Oscar-winning actor Robert De Niro once again making waves online for comments that he made about President Trump. Speaking on Nicolle Wallace's podcast for MS Now, I hate that name, De Niro described how he thinks Trump is the enemy of the country. Take a look.
We have to save the country. I have so much respect for Liz Cheney and even Dick Cheney after I hated him for what he did. We all did. But he did what he knew he had to. That's what it is. The country sticks together. The family sticks together. When a crazy thing happens, a crazy person, an enemy, because Trump is the enemy of this country. Let's not kid ourselves.
And towards the end of the interview, De Niro even got emotional as he stressed the importance of bringing Americans together rather than dividing them.
You have to bring them together. Period. You can't divide people. You can't win that way. Look what we have. Look who we have there. It's almost like a destiny to have this thing there, attempting to destroy this country.
De Niro has been a longtime critic of Trump and has repeatedly said he fears the president will attempt to defy the Constitution and run for a third term. Trump has fired back at De Niro in the past, saying that in 2024, De Niro has a, quote, an incurable case of Trump derangement syndrome.
That seems like the correct diagnosis. Nicolle Wallace offered praise for De Niro for his interview with her, calling him a reflexively decent and honest man. But on the other side, conservatives ripped De Niro for getting choked up. The conservative YouTuber known as Mr. Reagan wrote on X, Robert De Niro is crying, saying that he lifts people up while calling Trump that thing and saying that Trump intentionally divides the country and is trying to destroy America. If lacking self-awareness had a face, it would be the face of Robert De Niro. And right-wing commentator Mario Nawfal called the interview peak Hollywood sobfest propaganda. Yeah, how can you... You're on one hand, you're calling for more unity and we have to come together. And on the other hand, you're like, Trump is trying to destroy the country. He's trying to kill the country. He's a thing. Well, okay, a majority of the country voted for him. So, like, isn't that a little bit intention to say we need more civility and more unity? We need to come together. And Trump is the thing. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, I also don't care. Whatever. He can say whatever he thinks. He's a great actor. I love him in everything.
So, look,
you know, I separate art and artist. I don't care that most of the actors and actresses I like have politics that I think are a little bit simple, and that's being the nicest way I could put it, but I don't care.
Okay, let's just not pretend like the both of these two men haven't traded barbs over the last few years that have been disrespectful. Trump has called this guy a wacko. He's called Trump a clown and sadistic. I mean, they've definitely went back and forth for now the better half of a decade. You know, I think what stuck with me is that he wants to lean back into right is right and wrong is wrong, lead with a little more empathy. Trump can certainly work on that. That's a good introspection for Trump to take from this interview. If he would like to take any tips from Robert De Niro, which I don't think so because that's not his friend. I don't know if it's worth a tear or crying, but I think that when you think about the state of where the president has dragged democracy from still not even admitting that the election was not stolen, so he's letting people continue to believe that the election was stolen.
Being so worked up about politics, that I start crying about it.
Well, as you get older,
I think I cried when Biden or Obama.
There's times in your life when things get more emotional. When you have a baby, things get more emotional. Like, I cry at movies now. I never used to do that. And probably when you get older, you start to be reflective, like, dang, could we have done better?
You know, a movie
what went wrong
makes
here?
Me start just bawling my eyes out.
The Notebook.
So embarrassing. No.
What?
It's so embarrassing. It's Toy Story 3.
I didn't make it that far in Toy Story.
Those Pixar movies, they really pull at your heartstrings. Up and all the others.
Did, yeah.
Yeah.
And the one with the fire and the water, Elemental.
Yeah, I watch all that, yeah.
Okay.
But Toy Story 3, when Andy starts giving his toys away because he's too old now, and that's some tough stuff for me.
So that and not The Notebook, the deep battles with dementia.
I don't. This is like a romance.
Yes, and like the people love each other so much. If you haven't seen it, it's 20 years old. So that they both died at the same time. One died of dementia, and then he's like, well, I can't live without my wife. And lays next to her.
That sounds like a woman.
And hug. No, guys, men like the movie too.
I have male emotions, so I cry during Toy Story 3, like an adult human male.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Nicolle Wallace. I like her, the Best People podcast. I don't like the name MS Now. I like Robert De Niro. I don't know that Trump is worth a cry. I think we got 3
But
more years.
he loves Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney now.
And I always have a question. When you're an actor, because you can cry on cue because you're an amazing actor.
That's true.
Do the tears always, like, when are there, how can we tell as the American public between real tears and acting tears?
They're good actors.
That's what I'm trying to, do you ever feel like that's hard to differentiate? Like, I've seen actors cry before in different settings that weren't a movie.
Lemon juice into their eyes or onions or something right before they do it or something.
I cut onions for dinner often. It doesn't make me sob. So
I don't know. But well, react to what I just said. Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney, heroes to Democrats now.
You know, I don't know. I think they stood up for. There's principles that you have to stand up for, which I think is what
people who they
Robert
said had
De Niro's
launched an
talking
illegal war that killed thousands. Bush lied, kids died.
Why can't
now they're heroes?
Why can't two things be wrong? I wouldn't also overstate a hero. I think in a moment where you had an opportunity to choose what was easiest by staying aligned, the same thing as Thomas Massey right now. He can choose what's easiest by staying aligned with the Republican Party, or choose what you truly believe in, that this isn't right and I'm going to continue to look into it. Liz Cheney did that with January 6th, and to me, rightfully so. Thomas Massey is doing that with the Epstein files, and to me, rightfully so. Both noble causes that detach you from the larger party and may lead you into some trouble with constituents or Trump himself, since everybody's so scared of him. But Liz Cheney certainly was not. Thomas Massey certainly is not. And I think that that is a good thing, right? You shouldn't be scared. We don't live in an authoritarian state. You shouldn't be scared of Trump.
Well, no, you shouldn't be scared of it. I mean, I love Thomas Massey, so it breaks my heart that I do not agree with him on this one.
I know, but so you're like getting into this obsession stage a little bit with Epstein. Like they shouldn't even continue.
I'm obsessed. Everyone else is obsessed.
There's 2.5 million files that are still not available to us. I don't understand why they can't. We're going to talk about this also later, which I'm happy.
I'll talk about it as long as you want.
But why are you so?
Because I'm sick of being taken for a ride by all these jokers.
2 people in the UK have been arrested, not directly because of trafficking, but because of connections to Epstein. There are arrests.
So if anyone gets arrested for any reason anywhere on Earth,
around
that's
Epstein,
a vindication of the Epstein
files?
No,
around the Epstein files release and having to do with
arrest
Epstein.
more people for financial impropriety and insider trading.
And you don't mind that? Let them free? You don't think people should be arrested for financial impropriety?
I don't care if they're arrested for that or not. I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I don't care.
That's not right, Robbie.
Well, it's a made-up crime anyway, insider trading. I don't care. I mean, go ahead, arrest them, but we're all getting worked up. That's not what we were promised. We were promised.
But through the exchange of money, and information, you might find out more information. This is the beginning of an open investigation, Pandora's box, possibly. They didn't allude to that in any way, but
unending, open-ended, meandering investigations, fishing expeditions to find something or any excuse to justify what is clearly a witch hunt.
Up next, Mayor Zohran Mamdani and the New York City police seem to be at odds after 2 officers were injured in a snowball fight in Manhattan. We'll be right back after this.